Welcome back. All right, so game sevens. Am I right? The score doesn't tell you. This was a really good game. This was a lot of fun right off the hop. So you have Quick versus Smith. Quick, the younger of the two goaltenders. Quick being 36, Smith being 40. Combined age of old. So Jonathan Quick comes into this 4-0 in game sevens. Had never lost one. This was Mike Smith's first game seven, which is kind of surprising considering how long he's been in the league, but not a ton of playoff games, so it makes some sense there. Draisaitl was playing. There was some doubt about whether or not he was going to play tonight. And boy, I tell you, McDavid hits Dursey and draws cheers. McDavid was all over. He has a rush that's saved. I don't know how many times I wrote his name on the board, but do not make a drinking game out of this. You will die. Please. Thank you. I don't want to be responsible for any of that. Brown misses one wide. The Oilers rush. The shots are 2-0 for the Oilers at 4.5 minutes. Cassian hits Grundstrom, and there's more cheers. The number of hits in this game were equal between Edmonton and LA, but every Edmonton hit got cheers, so it felt like Edmonton had a lot more hits than LA did. Both defenses were giving up very little in the first 7 minutes. Honestly, this was very well played. So sometimes when you get that defensive hockey where there's no shots on net, it feels like it's a slog to watch. This game was not. So Bouchard has a shot that's blocked during a 3-on-2. Keith was denied as the Oilers would press. Lemieux has a chance from behind the net. That's held. Keith high sticks Archibald, so no penalty. They actually reviewed it to see if it was supposed to be a 4-minute on a King, but it was friendly fire, so no penalty there. Kane then with a wraparound, that saved. Good Oilers press again. One of the impressive things with the Oilers tonight was they just came out and attacked, and it felt like they attacked for 60 minutes. It was a full team game, and while I think McDavid adds to his legend with this one, this is one of those things where we've talked about this before, how they vote on the awards at the end of the regular season. And I've said, if they had the voting for the awards after the first round, you might have different results. I understand why they don't have the vote after the first round. I'm just saying you might have different results. So Roy's denied then as the Kings generate chances. The shots are 6-4 for the Oilers at the half. McDavid has a net drive, that saved. Board battles in the Kings zone, no calls. And this is where you could tell the referee was just letting them play. There were a lot of borderline calls that could have been made. They weren't. And so on that board battle, I counted, I think, 2 penalties for each team during a regular season normal game. This one, not so much. McDavid has a rush chance that's saved. Don't. Ref is told that he sucks because how else is he going to know? There's more crunching hits by the Oilers. Again, crowd noise definitely makes you notice it more. Net feed to Hyman is blocked. Archibald had a rush that was saved. The Kings do press back with 5.5 minutes left. Roy has a shot that's blocked. Keith blasts one wide. Quick holds onto the puck when it comes off the boards there. Barry then had a shot that was held. Quick was dialed in. And again, it's that old Jonathan Quick problem from 2018, rearing its ugly head in 2022. Quick had a fantastic game, didn't have goal support. So, and there's a reason for that. So very sound play by Quick. In the last minute, Kopitar has a rush that goes wide. And I thought both teams had a pretty good period. I thought the Oilers started off better of the two. I thought the Kings, by the end of the first, they played pretty well. And coming out of a first period in Edmonton with a scoreless tie, you're putting more pressure on them, right? So that's important. Second period, McDavid wires one high on a rush. The Oilers are controlling it. Then there's a delay game call. Nope, it hit the glass. So they were thinking about making a delay game call. I think it was Stetcher that threw it over the glass, but it hit the glass before it went over. Grundstrom then has a rush chance that's held. Ryan fires one wide on a 3-on-2. Cassian has a shot that's kicked out of that. Cassian had a good game too. Russell blasts one wide as the Oilers press. McDavid generating a ton of chances every time he's on the ice. Just so many. Athanasiou then has a rush that's defended by Barry. Kings are getting momentum, but now it's Smith's turn to make saves. So after Quick's been the highlight reel generator, then it's Smith's turn. There's a press by the Kings at 7.5 minutes. McDavid then leads a rush. Nurse backhands one wide. Kane was denied by Quick's Snow Angel, which also was aided by Athanasiou taking a puck that was about to cross the line and pushing it back under his goaltender. So Andreas Athanasiou saves a goal there. The shots are 8-6 for the Oilers at the half. Kaliev has a rush chance that's held. The goalie duel continues. Moore couldn't bury one. The Oilers cleared out. There's a near miss for Draisaitl, and then on a strong press, Cody Ceci scores. I think this is his sixth point of the series from McDavid at 13:15. So McDavid with a nice pass there, and then the Oilers look for another. So they don't sit back. I didn't get the feeling that they sat back in this game with a lead, which is nice, because there are too many times where we'll see a team get a lead and then kind of sit back. Like, all right, well, we got the lead, we're good. Kane was denied. The Oilers get a power play. This would be the only power play of the game. Danault steals from Hyman, clears it out. There's a near miss for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Barrie has a blast that's held. That's killed off. The Oilers would press after. Hyman's denied and close. Quick was totally under siege at this point in the period. McDavid goes beast mode. Yamamoto's then denied after the pass from McDavid. Oilers more than doubling the Kings in ozone time. Like, this was, again, it's 1-0. It's a close game, but if you're watching this, the Oilers are really pushing the play. So in the final minute, the Kings do get some pushback. Lemieux can't bury one, but it's 1-0 Oilers after 2. Third period, Kings had the early jump seeking the tie. Nurse then had a rush chance. That deflects out. Lemieux, net feed. That was blocked. I thought Brendan Lemieux might have played one of his best games tonight, like, period. Shots are 2-0 for the Oilers at 4 minutes. There's a post for Yamamoto in close. McLeod was denied. Cassian can't bury it. Draisaitl to Bouchard, near miss on that one. Hyman had a net drive. He was taken down. No call. And that's one of those ones that I looked at and I thought, they probably would have called that in another game, but in this game it's not a call. So the fans, I thought, were a little bit understandably miffed. Again, I didn't look at the replay on it. They didn't show a replay because it wasn't a penalty, but I thought, they might have been able to call something there. Nurse has a chance that's blocked out by Lizotte. The score, I thought, could be 5-0. I was marveling at how well Quick was playing and the fact that the Oilers could absolutely have been ahead 5-0 in the game. There's a big hit on Stetcher by Archibald. Again, the crowds really makes it seem like these hits are a lot more impactful. Moore then had a rush chance that was blocked out. Smith denies Moore as the Kings press. The Wings don't play anymore, so if you're a Detroit fan, your ears perked up when we played tonight. No, you guys aren't playing until October. Shots are 5-1 for the Oilers with 8.5 minutes left, and it felt like that's low. It felt like that was way too low. So the Kings press, but they're kept to the outside. Stetcher then a rush chance that was saved, and then we start seeing the shots happening for the Kings as they start playing that desperate hockey that if you're a Kings fan, you wanted to see them play. Kempe has a screenshot that's held. Good pushback by the Kings. And a great game by the Oilers, but they're only ahead by 1. And I thought, earlier in the evening, I watched Tampa ahead by 1, and I didn't feel like it was really in that much danger. But again, with the Oilers, they don't quite have the reputation of a 2-time defending champion, Bolts. So I was kind of concerned here, right? Roy has a chance held as the Kings press. 4:12 left. And then McDavid says, all right, so it's mine. I don't know why Yamamoto doesn't get an assist on this. I guess the Kings got it back. I thought Yamamoto passed it to him, but at 16:07, beast mode. It's the only way I can put it. He puts the puck on his stick, and I think it's the most impressive goal that McDavid scored in his career because it's a Game 7. It's against the Kings. Very tight checking defensive game. And he dekes Dursey out. And now Dursey thought there was going to be a penalty called, so he stopped playing. Either that or his jockstrap was up in the crowd and he was going to go get it because he was deked right out. But yeah, McDavid beast mode, and just I'm not worried about a power play. I'll just end it now, Happy Gilmore style. I'll just beat him now. So they didn't need that power play. That's the 6th multi-point game in the series for McDavid. The only other player that had ever done that, Rick Middleton, 1983 for the Boston Bruins. So that's pretty impressive that McDavid had 6 multi-point games in this series. I noticed on Twitter that Shayna said that there's only 11 forwards for the Oilers and they're playing McDavid a ton. And I said McDavid counts as 2 forwards, and I was only half joking. Tonight he was playing a lot. So the goalie gets pulled with 3 minutes left. Kopitar blocks an empty net attempt for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Iafallo's then denied. There's a hold by Mike Smith with 2:13 left. And Smith racks up some late saves. The Kings had opportunities. The Oilers did not get the empty netter to really salt it away. But they win it 2-0. They win 2-0. They win the series 4-3. And here's the interesting thing. I'm going to point this out again. Of the series that are finished, all 6 of them have gone to the team that I picked before the series, because dating back to 2019, there was The kerfuffle that was the 2019 playoffs, where I think I got 1 out of 8 in the first round right, because nobody got the first round right that year. I'm just going to say 6 out of 6. My 3 stars, because at the time I'm recording this, they haven't put the 3 stars on the app, and it could be a while because Edmonton's partying. McDavid, to me, is the first star. I'd have him as all 3. He should be 2 stars because he's 2 players. Mike Smith, I thought, deserved 2nd star with the shutout, and then Jonathan Quick. Absolutely fantastic game by Quick. So your shots in this one are 10-7 Oilers in the first, 24-11 Oilers in the second, 24-11. Man. And then 10-8 Kings in the third. Final shots are 42-28 for the Oilers. Power plays, the Kings with none. The Oilers with 1. They didn't score on it again. The referees let them play. Both teams had 38 hits. Quick saves 39 out of 41. Smith saves all 28 shots for his 2nd shutout of the series and a series clincher. That's how you make your debut in a Game 7, is the way Mike Smith just did it. Now the Oilers wait for the winner of Calgary-Dallas tomorrow night. And I've already seen some tweets along the lines of, now it's all on Calgary. Absolutely. We could get the Battle of Alberta in round 2. And if we do, that would guarantee that one of the teams north of the border would be in the Final 4. So we'll see. But the Oilers are in the 2nd round. They did it. The Oilers absolutely did it. They deserve full credit. This, of course, is also Dustin Brown's last game. So it's his last handshake line. Honestly, I only had him on the board the one time where he missed wide on an opportunity. The Oilers shut them down pretty well. Of the forwards for the Kings, I thought Kempe was pretty good. But Roy had some of the best chances. Kopitar was playing all right. But yeah, the Oilers just McDavid. McDavid wanted this more. And he played very well. And Draisaitl, I thought, played well too, even though he doesn't get on the scoreboard. Because almost nobody did. McDavid with a goal and an assist. CC with a goal. Nobody else gets a point. There you go. Exciting day of Game 7s. Tomorrow we've got 2. None of them early in the day, though, so games are on at 4 and 7, I believe, or 4 and 6:30. Anyways, we'll talk about that tomorrow in the preview. If you're an Oilers fan, congratulations. And I mean that seriously, honestly. I know it may sound disingenuous from a Canuck fan, but they haven't been out of the first round since 2017. It's nice to see it. Maybe it'll go different than it did in 2017 in the 2nd round. And, yeah, we'll see. Because, obviously, for Connor McDavid to be seen as the best player in the game, playoff success is really important. Whether it's fair or it's not, playoff success is important to be seen as the best player in the game. And tonight, McDavid, he shone. He was fantastic. I really think this might have been the best game he's played, period. But you guys can let me know in the comment section below how you feel about that. Whether you think this is a defining moment for McDavid or not. Maybe I'm overstating it. Maybe. Could be. Wouldn't be the first time. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.